Stonebwoy there.
Yeah, we don't know the thing of Stonebwoy, Real Talk Magazine, with your man Pepsi Brown, and I'm in here representing live from the West Coast, the Gold Coast of Mama Africa, Ghana to be precise. They say the red, the yellow, and the green with the black star in a middle, you know? So you don't know, big up all of the black stars up in the world. Stonebwoy says so. Beep.
Yes, man. Since you're already an established artist in Africa and now in Jamaica, also in Europe, what advices can you give the young generation of African singers?
Hard work and focus and determination, you know what I mean? And taking it step by step gradually, you know what I mean? Studying the system. And once as you're musically gifted and musically inclined, don't be afraid to open up your tentacles, you know what I mean? And I am blessed enough to deal with the King's music, you know, which is the reggae music, which is the African roots music, you know what I mean? That is where reggae, dancehall, hip-hop, R&B, everything come from. So as long as I am blessed and honored to be African or even born in Africa, to face the tribulations, the struggles and everything, it comes to the music. Because that is what we sing in our music. We sing the love, we sing the passion, we sing the grief. You know what I mean? We address issues with the music. So all young artists, make sure you identify yourself so that you don't waste time and energy in a wrong line. Because not few to want to be an artist, not few to want boss. But it has to be a calling, because music is a spiritual thing. You know what I mean? Because not for the people that I started to do music with are nowhere to be found. I wish they were here with me today, but it's not the calling, because music is spiritual. Study shows me that music is the only tool that uses all the parts of the brain. You know what I mean? And it's a spiritual thing as well, because you feel it, but you can't see it. It touches you, but you can't hold it. So it's way more than wanting to boss. You know what I mean? You have to seek to find the calling and work towards it like everybody else will work towards their calling.
All right. At the current situation, music industry seems to be very competitive.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of battle and clash culture.
Absolutely.
And in Jamaica and probably also in Africa. And I was wondering whether this competitiveness is that you really that the artists really dislike each other, or is it just part of the show?
First and foremost, you know, life itself is a competition in a way. You're either doing the fair competition or the unfair competition. Because against myself, I have to compete positively to be able to grow. I have to be able to see the last song I did as, okay, that's not the best. The next song gotta be the best. And when I do that, I have to also, that now is not the best. That on itself is a competition. And then remember that other people are also in the same journey, trying to better themselves every time. But it's rather unfortunate that when the energy becomes negative, then the competition transcends to one another. Like, I now have to hate on you because I can't do what you do, or you hate on me because you can't do what I do. But that's not the best of competitions. Competitiveness brings growth, but negative competition brings war, and it kills the whole vibe. So we have to compete against ourselves to get each other better. Then I can learn from that other brother who keeps breaking the wall and keeps moving. I can get inspired and get a push to also push. You know what I mean? So there is the negative competitiveness, which I don't support, which brings all sorts of violence, all sorts of insults, and all sorts of things in songs. I don't support that, but I support that competition that brings growth, that competition that makes me want to learn from you and improve myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, you as an African artist, what are the recent shows on major Jamaican stages mean to you?
Yeah, man. Especially as an African artist, you know, I'm based in Africa, I'm based in Ghana. So to travel all the way from Ghana to Jamaica to do one of the biggest shows ever Reggae Sumfest, and I'm the first Ghanaian artist ever in the history, and the second African artist. And from how the show go on, bad, mad. It's an honor to me. And I mean, like I told you, my competition is against myself to break the rules so other people can go through easily. Because right now, the door don't bust down, you know. So, not for youth, them are going to come in and pass through, and it's going to be easier for them, you know. But the easier it is for them to go through, the harder they have to work to go further. And that's competition right there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So, you being Stonebwoy, how do you handle all this social media stuff? Like there's Instagram, there's Facebook, and then the management, merchandise.
Oh.
Who's taking care of that?
Yeah, man, as an artist, you have to look to, you know, delegating responsibilities to members or people who are qualified and equipped to carry on the brand as a whole. Because I am the creative mind and also the mastermind. I share my mission, I share my dream, I share my vibes, because I create the piece, the musical piece. But other minds have to come together to share ideas upon how to make that musical piece reach the world. You know what I mean? By branding it up, whether with merchandise or whatsoever. So it's not easy, it's a tough thing. Like I said, to be an artist, to be established, or to keep pushing, it entails all of this. So I'm well and able, through God who strengthens me, you know what I mean, to keep going, because at the end of the day, it makes people happy, it makes people feel attached, it makes people feel some sort of belongingness, you know what I mean, to the musical vibes that I produce. So it's an honor, but it's not easy. You have to be level-headed.
Yeah, man.
That's why I see a lot of people fall. It's not easy, the pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. I suppose you have an artist visa and you can travel the world with your artist visa.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I want to address now the issue of immigration and what you think about the situation and what is your remedy.
You see, this immigration movement has come. It's been in existence before I was born. You know what I mean? Countries trying to protect their borders, quarantine what comes in and goes out of it. And then as well, everybody belongs to a country. We are all world citizens, but we all belong to countries. We all have passports to be here. You know what I mean? So lo and behold, there are going to be rules and regulations that are going to be set. But the easier we make it easier for ourselves as humans to trade, to live amongst each other, the better the world is for us. But also let us not forget that there are people who have their own agendas of bad-mindism. And with that opportunity, they're going to achieve their aim. Because you know that good and evil is all in one place.
Yep.
So then, for such and such reasons, people have to protect and defend. That's why when you're entering somebody's territory, you have to make sure that you have the right requirements that allows you to enter their area. You know what I mean? So sometimes it becomes unbearable. You know what I mean? So much is demanded for you to be able to get entry into somebody's country, but it's all because of the human behavior as time goes and grows. I know once upon a time it was not that difficult to fly to foreign. I mean, the documentation. Once upon a time there was no ID, there was no fingerprint and them thing there. Once upon a time.
Yeah.
So it only gets worse. Or yeah, man, it only gets worse as we grow and we go, as time changes, and as immigration rules try to work around people's thinking. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So, real talk, people. You gonna check out Stonebwoy album, you know, with feature of Kabaka Pyramid,
Wicked.
you know, Jamaica Africa connection.
The Epistles of Mama is still on iTunes. Everywhere you go, you'll find it. Everywhere online. Go and go make sure you listen to it. It's a double album, Afrobeat and reggae music, featuring Kabaka Pyramid, Agent Sasko, I Octane, Sean Paul, Vanessa Blinks, Kalia, enough of them. And watch out for the new songs them coming. Stonebwoy featuring Beanie Man, Stonebwoy, and enough Jamaican artists. I want to bridge the gap. You know what I mean? We want to add some more Africanness into the reggae music and some reggae music into the Afrobeat music and just circulate the thing and boom. Real Talk Magazine, Pepsi Brown, you don't know how the thing go. Stonebwoy I represent all the way from Ghana, I don't know, say Real Talk, we talk the talk, we walk the talk, we don't just talk the talk, you see me? Keep it in tune, keep it locked, Stonebwoy, remember that, all the way from Ghana, bless up, Beep Nation.
Real Talk on the bar.
Yeah man.